Missing order in the diffraction pattern. What you see in this diagram is the diffraction pattern. In the diffraction pattern, what you see is zeroth order. You see the first order, you see second order, you can see third order, and so on. This diffraction pattern, when studied carefully, it was observed that for certain values of A and B, some orders are missing. डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न स्टडी करने के बाद ये पता चला कि कुछ वैल्यूज ऑफ ए एंड बी सम डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न्स मिसिंग होती है. ये क्यों होता है? दिस हैपेंस ओनली व्हेन condition for interference maxima and diffraction minima satisfies simultaneously. This happens only when condition for interference maxima and diffraction minima satisfies simultaneously. Now we know the condition for interference maxima and diffraction minima. The condition for interference maxima is A plus B sin theta is equals to n lambda. Let us say this is equation 1. And this is the equation for interference maxima. And the condition for diffraction minima is A sin theta is equals to m lambda. And this is equation 2. In equation 1, n starts with 0, 1, 2, etc. But in equation 2, this n starts with 1, 2, etc. So when these two equations satisfies simultaneously, when equation 1 and equation 2 satisfies simultaneously, then nth order would be absent, would be missing. We studied the diffraction from the grating. We got the resultant intensity due to diffraction from the grating, and we know that it has two factors. One is interference factor and another one is diffraction factor. And these two factors are, the one is Em square sine square alpha upon alpha square. This is due to diffraction from a single slit. So this is a diffraction factor. And sine square n beta upon sine square beta. This is the interference factor. So resultant intensity due to diffraction from grating has two factors. Em square sine square alpha upon alpha square is diffraction factor, and sine square n beta upon sine square beta is interference factor. So if at certain direction what is the condition? That when interference maxima, see, when the diffraction orders are missing, when interference maxima and diffraction minima, these two conditions satisfies simultaneously. In the resultant intensity due to diffraction from the grating has two factors. Diffraction factor Em square sine square alpha upon alpha square, and sine square n beta upon sine square beta is the interference factor. So if at certain direction the interference factor is maximum, that means sine square n beta upon sine square beta is maximum and diffraction factor is minimum. That means Em square sine square alpha upon alpha square is minimum. Is minimum. Then principal maxima in that direction is absent. Then principal maxima in that direction यहाँ हमें यह पता चला है कि डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न में सम ऑर्डर्स मिसिंग होती है। क्यों मिसिंग होती है? जब द कंडीशन फॉर इंटरफेरेंस मैक्सिमा और condition for diffraction minima satisfies simultaneously, then the nth order is absent. अभी resultant intensity due to diffraction from grating we studied that there are उसमें दो factors होते हैं। एक है em square sin square alpha upon alpha square जो कि diffraction factor है और दूसरा है sin square n beta upon sin square beta जो interference factor है। So in the resultant intensity due to diffraction from the grating, if at certain direction interference factor is maximum, suppose this factor, if at certain direction this factor, that is the interference factor, is maximum and this factor, the diffraction factor, is minimum. Certain direction में interference factor maximum होगा और diffraction factor minimum होगा, देन उस डायरेक्शन में वह प्रिंसिपल मैक्सिमा absent रहेगी। We can find, now we say that this nth order is missing. To find which order is missing, we have to divide equation 1 by equation 2. To find missing order n, divide equation by equation 2. Equation 1 is a plus b sin theta which is equals to n lambda divided by equation 2 which is a sin theta divided by m lambda. From this equation we get n by m is equals to a plus b upon a, or n is equals to, n is the missing order. So missing order n is equals to m times a plus b upon a. So this factor, a plus b upon a determines absent order. In diffraction spectrum or a diffraction pattern. Let us say if A is equals to B, then we get n is equals to 2n. And we know that m starts with n, 2, 3, etc. Then n equals to 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. And these are missing orders. If A equals to B, then all even orders are missing.